of Personnel Management, Federal Register, Administration for Children and Families, HHS. Such confusion has left us all vulnerable. By this statement I mean it was very hard to find. The very first unethical misleading statement to make to a non-attorney is the juvenile dependency courts reside under a quasi-criminal proceeding. The Children's Bureau, i.e. the child welfare system, operates using the administrative law under the executive branch, given powers to formulate policy and procedure from the legislative branch, and trusted to do so with the implications such powers bring. Let this be a first example of how misleading and unclear the HHS has left the people to a process, a purpose, a goal, an authority, or any good. No place on the CPS, DCFS, CWS plus websites are any implication these authorities exist, let alone know you are the oversight to rules that affect parents and families. No indication a neutral exists for redress. Instead, parents are given what is told to them as representation. Yet none explain to these parents the dog book describes this representation as mainly a process facilitator. There is not an option anywhere in any book to which a parent does not have to do services. A zero-fail ratio is not probable and very unintelligible for such a power-entrusted agency. Parents, 99.9%, believe they are entering a court like all others have ever seen that due process and jury trials with cross-examination and evidence to present will actually occur. This is not true. The judicial branch will not go against the executive branch policy entrusted with power from the legislature. Now absolutely no process exists beyond what can be defined as enslavement of a lineage formed from ill biases formed from uneducated or unrighteous individuals you call social workers. Did you know that the agency's law now states, at risk of entering foster, not, at risk of harm or injury? Did you know the capacity building that is a primary training hub for social workers and judges in juvenile dependency teaches social workers to remove attorneys that don't follow an unwritten and unspoken goal or positive outcome they refuse to define? The child welfare system has become so void in purpose, they often mix paperwork and accusations between families. A corporate model with increased inventory to not lose fiscal budget is economical cannibalism. At the beginning of my experience, I offered many practical solutions without revenge or malicious intent, but yet to help fix something so obviously broken, and I was laughed at. These agent actors did not know me, my education history, my experience or my IQ, but because I fell victim to their targeting they found this as appropriate behavior. I'm not sure why any person that enters and educates for a socially helpful career would be so socially shallow and biased. At times it felt as though I was dealing with people that didn't actualize the true implications of their role for the entire nation. The legislature entrusts fiduciary performance and expects clear and concise intentions acted upon, but somehow this has not translated to performance of the Title IV agencies. I have hundreds, maybe thousands of stories that fall under this pattern. I will attach my declaration, made to Sacramento at the Capitol building speech done last year for specifics and review. Reform is just that, not a makeover. If you don't want this country to fall because of this beast that has formed, you will reopen the public comments on Title IV review now that a person of the public has found you. Sincerely, Desiree.